So, hi guys. Today, I was thinking of doing this. I'm going to do a small showcase of one of my favorite games of all time. Uh, a real PC gaming classic, which the game is called Hidden and Dangerous, released in 1999 by Illusion Softworks, and the game, when it was released, had a bit of mixed reception. It Many people expected it to be a World War II uh, shooter game, which it's definitely not. It's definitely not a shooter game. It's actually a very slow-paced tactical command game. Uh, a simulation of tactical command. This is one of the best game designs that I know of, actually. And the game is about being a special forces team, uh, where it's quite a bit like, for instance, Ghost Recon. That's a game that would follow on later, which would have the same type of formula, where you would have a small team carrying out missions behind enemy lines, plotting and planning along the way, making up tactical plans as you go along. Also using a map planning layer, which in this game is absolutely gorgeous. Uh, so it's definitely not a shooter. In fact, getting shot just once will most likely uh, kill you, and the enemy will also be likewise killed by a single shot. So it's very slow paced and very tactical, and has even the manual tries to describe this, also including sketches and illustrations of real life infantry squad tactics that you can use in the game. It's a very realistic game, although it has some fantastical elements added to it. But still, the focus is on realism. However, it also spices this up by mixing real life SAS mission data and so on, history, with some um, additional spice, like some comic book style escapes and so on, to add some flair to it. But the focus is still on realism. As we can see here, this is the main campaign screen. Everything in this game, we'll see this later, is about team, is about squad management. So here we have the game is shipped with several campaigns. This is my original CD version, and the expansion pack. This is patched to version 1.3, which I think is the version that GOG, Good Old Games, is also selling, would be somewhat similar to this CD install, which by the way runs just fine on Windows 10, as I'm using now. Uh, so it runs fine on Windows 10 still, which is also an interesting fact for a game released in 1999. So we have, okay, so getting into it, we have several campaigns that is shipped with the game. For instance, you have the first campaign, which is very good, which is about rescuing downed pilots behind enemy lines in Italy. Then you have campaigns in Russia, in Germany, a campaign to sabotage the V-rocket program, a campaign to investigate and do espionage in secret German facilities for nuclear bombs research, um, and the final campaign of the main game takes place in the during the fall of Berlin itself. A game spanning a wide variety of mission types. I was thinking just to showcase what this game is like, I will choose the first campaign. Let's skip the video. You can see an intro video for each of the campaigns. Now, I will pick later on. I will pick these are there are 4 missions to each campaign, and they follow sort of a succession. This first campaign starts with you landing with parachutes and crossing into enemy territory, only to look for the pilots being held hostage in an oil refinery. Okay, so we're back. Sorry, I got a phone call there. Okay, so as I was saying, I will cut that part out. The game then proceeds through the campaign like this. You search for the pilots, and then finally, the one I was going to show you is this mission. As a showcase, these are basically sneaky missions. This one is a more an all-out final push. The first campaign is this is one of my favorite missions of the entire game. It's called Tishino River, and this is where you can see the train with the pilots, the captured pilots, are on its way to Germany, and it must cross a bridge that has been mined by the Italians, Italian resistance. So the train is now stopped in the tracks, and we must arrive at the armored car where the pilots are held and free them. And so we select this mission. We can look at some status if we wanted to.
It seems that we have arrived too late. Fortunately, the railway
Here we
truck
can
with
see
the prisoners of war is located at the end of the train.
Each mission has an animated, gorgeous briefing
we
like
have
this,
to destroy them,
which
as well
displays
as all the train's guards.
the tactical
it appears that most of the Germans
situation.
have gathered under the bridge. Other men are apparently in the buildings of the old farm. The enemy have also posted armed guards.
So already here we can start planning our approach.
And lookouts. We start here. Our goal is to get to the railway truck with the prisoners and eliminate all enemy resistance. We also have to secure the surrounding area to make sure that none of the enemy stays alive.
That's also a thing.
This concludes our mission.
This game is ridiculously difficult. Okay, so here we can see what I was talking about before in the squad management. In each campaign, when you start a new campaign, you get a selection of maximum number of soldiers to bring into the campaign. All of the soldiers have different stats. Like if we click this guy, we can check his soldier info. You can see different stats, which affects his ability for certain actions. So, but if they die on a mission during the campaign, they cannot be selected. So for each mission, you can then replace these guys with someone you think is more suitable, if you wanted to. Okay. So we can. So this is the first part of the squad management, which you must keep track of during the entire campaign. And then you have the equipment management, where you select what to bring. You can also tell the computer to do it for you. So we can say that the computer could bring the most suitable supplies for this mission. This can be done before each mission. So at least we have some binoculars with us. That's good. You have the camera for espionage missions, demolition equipment. You have all of these weapons, by the way, are meticulously researched. So this is no mere, like I said, this is no mere shooter game. The manual actually has a long, detailed section describing each piece of hardware you get to use, and it's based on real-life data. Let's see. Since this is the last mission of the campaign, we might as well add some more ammo, because yeah, if we okay, so he's got a bazooka with him. That's that's interesting. We need some more sniper ammo. Definitely. So a little short on the Bren gun there. Might want to have enough ammo for this machine gun. Might as well bring some additional grenades as well. This guy, some additional grenades. I'm not. Yeah, let's just go with this, just for demo purposes. And now, once we are done, you can mix and match across the entire campaign. Okay, so here we have the here we have the game. It looks like this. You have the choice of first, or most of the screenshots of the game were taken in this mode, by the way, which indicates that why people were thinking it's a shooter. Like 50% of the reviewers claimed it was like the worst shooter game ever, whereas the other 50% of reviewers praised it as one of the greatest games of all time because they understood it was not a shooter. So we can press the tab key to switch between our soldiers here. So we can only control one at once. We can change their stance like this. And then we can press tab again. Let's go back to our main guy over here. Wait, let's go to this sniper guy because I want to position him at a good place. Now we're going to look at one of the most interesting parts of the game and why you shouldn't play the game like this, because the manual actually also explicitly tells you this if you were to read it, that you can only control one soldier at once. Everything is about synchronization, and this is where the tactical simulation element comes in, and this is actually brilliantly done in the so-called tactical programmer. So if we press the spacebar, we go into tactical programming mode. Here we can see a beautiful 3D relief of the entire situation and the entire tactical scenario. And here we have our guys, and you see these time tracks at the bottom. This way we can synchronize actions like on a, I don't know, on a choreographed set. So we can have them wait for certain actions. We can time synchronize things along these timelines, and so on. We can build our plans for approaching the objectives, and this is the main part of the game. Most of your time should be spent in this mode, where you can also rotate and zoom and freely move the map and so on and so forth. So the map, let's zoom in a bit here. There we go. So I want to tell this guy, because I want to, my plan now is to stay out of sight until we can, as we heard on the briefings, there should be guards here, and there should be a lot of German personnel here, and the armored train is somewhere along the tracks all the way over here. So instead of taking this main road, which seems like a bad idea, we will take this mountain pass, and I am going to try for an approach which is to hug this mountain line and then have a guy posted here and then try to take this route. So let's see if we can get that done. There's also shortcut commands, by the way, that you can do to follow me, hold fire, and so on, which you can press on the keyboard if you want to. If you say you want to split your team and lead one other member directly, for instance, but you can see here you can tell them everything like use their specific inventory items, or use a specific stationary gun. For instance, if you tell them to use a mounted machine gun and then go into guard mode, they would subsequently use the machine gun to guard the perimeter and so on. So this is the main part of the game where you actually tactically plan out your assault. Now, seeing as this is a pretty straightforward eliminate everything there is mission, we still don't want to die, because like I said, this game is ridiculously difficult. It's like very realistic with its difficulty. So the enemy will see you if you're not concealed, and if they see you, they will kill you. Without without a doubt, you will lose the missions several times, and also the controls are not as smooth as you would expect these days. They're a bit janky, and and the arrow keys are used for controlling your soldiers, for instance, which is just feels weird these days. There's a lot of keyboard shortcuts for a lot of things, so it's not the smoothest of controls, but the janky movement is actually not it's supposed to be realistic, because you cannot sprint and move and just zip about like a rabbit. You have to move slowly and cautiously, and when you turn you will lose your aim. So the slow approach. Let's plan something on the map here, just to showcase how it works. So let's tell this guy. I want to first I want to tell him to bend down, which now arrives here. Now it goes on the timeline, and the timeline is, you will see this now when we tell him to move. So we tell him to move, and we select a destination. So I want this guy to move up to this position here, hugging the mountain side. So tell him to move here, and you can see that the movement will follow directly afterwards. Now, once he has arrived at that position, I want him to guard, and I want him to guard this place here. So you can see now that he will move there, and you can also drag these to synchronize these actions if you want a waiting point. You see the guard point arrives all the way over here at the timeline, and the reason for this is that it automatically adjusts for how long this will take. So he will keep moving until he's here. So the next time so during this event, this time, you know he is moving, so you can synchronize other actions to it. This is actually a brilliant system. Now let's pick our second guy here, who's the let's just exit out of this. Okay, he started moving already. You can see that he's autonomously executing the command. So this is our machine gunner guy, is it? Nope, here he is. Okay, so here's where's the machine gunner? Okay, not this guy. Who's carrying the Bren gun? Let's check. Okay, he's carrying the bazooka. That's interesting. Okay, so we'll move Mr. Bazooka guy over here. We'll tell him to. You can also synchronize by dragging. You can synchronize, of course, a wait period, so that when one guy is starting to do something, you can synchronize that with someone doing something else, which also becomes important later. So now let's see. Let's move Mr. Bazooka guy. First have him bend, and then I want to move him. Let's move him over here just to make sure that we have tell him to this plan will likely fail, so we tell him to, I don't know, we'll tell him to wait signal, so he can stand there for the time being, and then he will only act if someone fires on him or if we give him a signal, and then he will snap out of it, so he will wait. This is also a way you can synchronize waypoints. So if you tell them to go there and then wait for something, if you then give the signal, they will carry on the plans. You can have very elaborate plans along these timelines, but seeing as I don't want to take too long on this video, let's not make too much of an elaborate plan. Tell this guy nothing because I want him to move with me. Well, we'll just tell him to bend and then go back to, so the first guy is the guy with the binoculars, right? So let's move out of this mode, and he started moving already. Okay, so this is Mr. Sniper. Where's he? There we go. Snap out of that mode. Okay, so someone was killed. What the hell? So he was already killed. Okay, that's good. So one guy already died. getting shot by unseen German, which we don't know where the hell they are. Okay, that's not good.
Hey, follow me.
So we told this guy to follow. That's good. And now, and the first guy is still moving. So this is like the Mr. Sniper guy. Let's have a check at the map where the hell we are. What I want to do is maybe try to get into a sniping position on this hill up here, and to simplify the navigation, because I don't want to run on my own, I will tell him to automatically move here. There we go. So he will do that on his own, and hopefully the guy behind should be following him, which he is, because we ordered him to. So that's fine. And that I did with the keyboard command. So I ordered him to follow along using the key press. While this guy is running, let's just say that, as you can see, this game is very much about tactical planning and assessing the situation. And it may take several retries to get this right. The immersion factor in this game is huge. It's a really cool game with the planning features and the synchronization features and so on. You could go completely bonkers with that and make enormously elaborate plans if you wanted to. And there's missions that involve driving vehicles. There's a large variety of. Okay, so now we're in a good Overwatch position. So where's our follow guy? Okay, so he didn't arrive yet. Never mind. So now we can go into weapons mode. We zoom in so we can see what the hell's going on. Okay, this pass looks clear, and there's the fences that we saw on the map. So if we can, okay, there's our follow guy. So what the hell is he doing? Okay, so he doesn't know. There is a certain amount of general jankiness in this game. There are bugs. There's AI is sometimes getting lost, getting stuck on a small brush and failing you the mission. All kinds of weird stuff. But there is an atmosphere to this game which you cannot really replicate in many other games. There's a real atmosphere of like being behind enemy lines and carrying out these massive plans. There's a German. There's a German on the mountaintop. Give me a sec. There he is. There he is. Okay, let's. Nice shot. So took him down. Okay, that should make it safe to now move through this pass. So if we select all of our guys, including Mr. Okay, so it was Mr. Bazooka over there that snuffed it. The one we placed, the guy we placed over here, which tells me that there are probably guards here, because he died rather quickly. So instead of confronting them right now, let's see if we can actually sneak into. Can we get up on this mountaintop? Let's see if that is actually possible. If so, let's see if we can place Mr. Machine Gunner here in a better position for an Overwatch. Okay, maybe not standing up in the middle of enemy territory. Let's see if we can place our machine gunner. As you can see, this is not a shooter. Very slow-paced game, this. I want to find an Overwatch position of these farmhouses, which I know are up ahead. And there's a German on patrol. Damn it. Okay, so we'll get this guy up here on his own. Okay, so there's a German. I can see him on the You can see him behind the other fence over there. So if he can just get down here, let's see if he has a clear shot. Nope, not yet. Get down here. We tell this guy to just stay put here and cover our asses. Let's get Mr. Okay, let's get Mr. Sniper Rifle here. You can see you can alternate between first and third person as well. Let's get this guy up on our ridge over here so we can take out German guy over here. Unfortunately, we lost the bazooka because I would have needed that bazooka to crack open the trains. So I'm thinking the armored cars. So I'm thinking since I didn't bring any time. Ooh. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Okay. That was a close one. Okay, so there's lots of Germans running around over there. That's not good. Damn it. Okay. Didn't foresee that properly. Okay, so Mr. Machine Gunner is firing down here. That's good, and I'm about to get shot. Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Back out, back out, back out, back out. Oh, damn it. Where is he? Over there. It's all the way over there. Can we shoot him? Come on. Go down, go down. Ah, he's down. Ah, damn it. Okay, so as you can see, the enemy AI, like in some other military simulations, like Arma, Operation Flashpoint has an almost godlike aim and eyesight, and they will see you. I recommend actually playing this game on easy difficulty because otherwise you're just in for total hell. Okay, so here are the farmhouses. We can. Okay, there's a German. Can we take him down? Damn it! Gotta reload. Okay, Mr. Machine Gunner, save me! Save me! Okay, he's down. He is down. Okay. And you have to have very keen aim yourself. Otherwise, you're basically out of it. So basically, this is all of the game. It's about planning, carefully planning your tactical approach. Which is why, like I said, this game was a bit overlooked at release because people were expecting a shooter. Instead, they got sort of a mix between, I know, a mix between a tactical situational war game like this synchronizer programmer map mode and a real-time presentation like this, which is the strength of the game. Also, by holding like this, there's a lot of advanced moves. We won't cover them right now, but if you see here, you can twist. If you're running, you can look left and right without turning your body for situational awareness and stuff like that. So, or like this. There's also like all the key commands for commanding your squad using voice, like follow me, hold fire, so on and so forth, and the planning mode. All of this together adds up to a very good tactical engine. But the biggest, most interesting part to me is the atmosphere. The atmosphere in every single mission is it's just awesome. Let's see where our machine gunner's at, by the way. Okay, so he's over here, and we got Mr. So we get one guy. Ah, yeah, this is the guy we told to follow us. So he has loyally followed us up across this mountainside. So. But everything about this game is more or less now let's just for the hell of it, let's just tell this guy here, let's just tell this guy to get up and let's tell him to attack this farmhouse. Okay, so he didn't have, okay, so there's no visible enemy, so he can't. Okay, just for the fun of it, let's just tell him to move in, just to see him die. Let's tell him to move straight in. This is of course a bad idea, and you wouldn't do this normally. Let's just tell him to move into this area here. And now, if we want to synchronize, I will show you how this works. If we select the third guy, who has no real command except for follow, which we will remove, we tell this guy to move to this position. Now you will see something. We'll tell him to move up here, and he's actually all the way. Where the hell? Okay, so we tell him to move up there, but now we want to synchronize his moves so they all move at once, which means that we can drag. Hang on. The user interface is a bit weird. Let's synchronize these guys' actions. There you go. Now you can see that we synchronized all the movement actions, so they will start moving at the same time. This is how you use the timeline. Now if we get rid of the map, they will all start running around like crazy. Or not. Okay. Yeah, now the AI is getting the hang of this. And they will all rush the target, which will cause them all to die, I would suspect. Except for this guy. Which we will control ourselves, and let's move him into the, where the fuck are we? Okay, so we're here, so let's move straight ahead into this farmhouse, and this will probably be the end of this guy. Okay, some dramatic music coming along. Okay, everybody's shooting, and now this will turn into a hell zone. Okay, there's the guy. Let's switch weapons real quick to grenades. Let's select grenades, and now let's toss the sucker. Here we go. Tossing some grenades. That went way too close. Way too close. This guy is not the best grenade thrower in the world, obviously. Up there is an... Okay, so there's enemies inside this farmhouse. I really need to take out the... Remember, this is the guy with the machine gun, so he should be able to do this. A nice little barrel roll. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Damn it. Get down. Here we go. Okay, so now let's switch into first-person mode, switching weapons. Come on. And take not too long to bring up your weapon. Okay, where the hell are they? Spot the enemy. Okay, nowhere to be seen. Okay, let's move. Cover me, guys. Come on, give me some cover. There we go. On your belly. Down. There we go. Oh yeah, he can't crawl with the machine gun. Damn it. Okay, so let's see. Where are they? Oh, there he is. Got the sucker. There he is. Damn it. Okay, so he rushed me. Damn it. And that was unsuccessful because we all died. So that basically concludes our overview of this game with this horrible execution of this mission where all our guys were killed. But as you can see, this is a game with a lot of tension. You get to do a lot of stuff in the game as well, like sneakily dress up as German soldiers to steal a boat, or even in one case, pilot a tank that you have hot-wired. There's a lot of... but you can also choose not to. That's also one of the strong points of this game, is that you're just given a tactical scenario, and the entire plan and the execution of the plan it's entirely up to you. You can do it in any way you like. You can try different tactics and different approaches, all with fairly realistic movement and weapons characteristics, which also, of course, adds to the difficulty. So I would say this is cover and following actual doctrine for small squad tactics is imperative to success. As we can see here, because I was not doing that, which means that our entire team subsequently got killed less than halfway into the operation. You have to be very, very careful in this game, and each mission can take a very, very, very long time. I would see it as some sort of a mission. It's a mix or a mashup between what Operation Flashpoint would later be, but on a much smaller scale, and basically what Combat Mission is, which is this more down-to-earth planning or tactical game. Although this one is in real time, but with this programmer tactical planner, which is the main planning interface during an operation. So everything is about successfully assessing a scenario, a situation that you're given, and coming up with a plan, and then trying this plan, and 99% of the cases failing miserably, then going back to retrying it again with a different plan until subsequently you find something that works to crack open the often very heavy enemy resistance behind enemy lines, all in a very dramatic and cinematic fashion, while still being true to the subject matter and very realistic. I really, really love and recommend this game. If you cannot find the CD version, it can be bought on GOG.com, which is where it's called the Hidden and Dangerous Action Pack, and also includes the expansion. So this basically concludes our small overview of this game. Hope you like it, and I hope you buy it, because it's definitely worth playing through. It's a quirky but very unique game from a very unique developer that does sadly not exist anymore. So thank you, and have a good bye bye.